The world's second biggest supplier, Russia, has also made a similar move, announcing that it was cutting production by 500,000 barrels a day from August as well. But despite efforts, they are failing to boost energy prices. That is now the big question. So let's talk to Cornelia Meyer, who is the Chief Executive of Meyer Resources. And Cornelia, let me put that question to you first. Big cuts announced, and yet the price remains pretty sluggish. This is a demand problem, isn't it? Not a supply issue.
It is a demand problem. And, you know, the big cuts announced is the Saudi cut is just a rollover into September of an August cut that was already announced. And the Russian cut, yeah, that's new. But it is a demand problem because, you know, China is just not coming out of its COVID-19 doldrums as quickly as we had hoped. Europe is also not doing too well when you look at the economic numbers. So, yes, from the demand side, it doesn't look so rosy, which is why OPEC, for the time being, cut.
Yes, and I wonder what that discussion will look like today, where you are with those oil ministers and energy leaders. Will they announce further cuts to try to put a floor under these falling prices?
No, I don't think so, because you see the OPEC, the ministers met at the very beginning of the month. This now is a seminar where OPEC and industry leaders discuss how to do a just, fair and inclusive energy transition, really focusing on technology, focusing on developing countries and what it takes for them to have a fair energy transition. So this is really another thing to discuss. This gathering is not here to discuss the oil price or the production levels. It's really here to discuss the future, the next 20 years.
What many people watching this, Cornelia, will wonder, though, is why oil firms and big oil producers are in a position to be discussing sustainable and inclusive energy transition when today's news really does underline just quite how much money they make from fossil fuels.
But, you know, that's true. They're making money from fossil fuels, but they also have to invest a lot. And, you know, if you look at companies like BP or Shell or Total, they want to invest a lot in renewable energy. If you look at countries like Saudi Arabia or UAE, they're investing a lot in renewable energy. So in order to make those investments, these companies need to make money. So it's not quite as easy as it looks just prima facie.
Cornelia, really good to talk to you. Thank you for being with us. That's Cornelia Meyer there, live in Vienna for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Now, here in the UK, the National Health Service is celebrating its 75th birthday today. But the landmark anniversary has been greeted with dire warnings. It is unlikely to survive until its 100th birthday without drastic change. The government says it's committed to providing the financial needs that the NHS requires.